Welcome to AER Int channel and welcome back to Surfacing course. In this lecture, we're gonna show the second advantage of the boundary surface about lofted surface and swept surface. So we have two surfaces here, this one and this one. And we want to create a new surface that's gonna connect this surface with this surface. So we're gonna use a boundary surface. So let's go to boundary surface. And now we're gonna choose our profiles. And we're gonna choose this edge here and this edge here. And now as we see, we connected those two surfaces. Here we have a connectors, connector 1 and connector 2. We can manipulate the connectors as we shown in the previous section for the lofted surface. But let's try to move this connector to this side. Now, if we click on this connector, let's try to move this connector. As we see, we can position this connector at any point on this edge where we want. As well, this one. As well, this is second connector we can position where we want. And this is not possible with lofted surface. So this is one advantage that we can position connector where we want, so we can get a better control over our surface. Because on the lofted surface, we can only put a connector from the one side, from the one vertex to other vertex. But we couldn't position standard connector where we want. Like this. So this is one advantage. But now we want to go back to the surface that we have at the beginning. So we can right click and reset connectors. Like this. Now let's click OK. So we got this surface here. Now as we see, we can see the transition between this surface and this surface is kind of a rough. And between this one and this one. And this is not something that we're looking for. If we select this surface, this one and this one, right click, let's go down, and here we have a display zebra stripes. So to see how smooth is our surface. And now as we see, it's not really smooth. This is not good. This is not something that we want. So we want to fix this. Let's first hide these zebra stripes. Like this. And now let's go to boundary surface 3. Right click and edit feature. Now here we have tangent type. So we click here. We have three options: direction factor, tangency to face, and curvature to face. So we can go with direction factor like this. And now we have to choose direction factor. Let's choose, for example, front plane like this. And now as we see, we have a direction factor here. With this direction factor, we worked in the previous section. So here, we can change the draft angle, and we can change tangent length. As well, we can apply to both sides, or we can work with each side separately. So if we move this tangent length, we can see the difference in the shape. We can also change the draft angle if we want. So this is possible here. But this is only for this edge. If we click on the edge 2, this is still none. Now let's go back to edge factor, this one, and let's try other options. Let's go with tangency to face. Now as we see, we have here the tangent relation between this face and this face. And now it's more smooth. Here we can also change the draft angle. And now we can see the changes. And we can change the tangency length. Like this. But let's go to 0. And here to 1. Now let's go to edge 2. And let's try to fix this our transition. Let's try with the third option that we have, curvature to face, like this. Here also we can change the draft angle, like this. And we can change the tangency length, like this. But let's go with 1. And here let's go with 0. Let's click OK. And now let's go with zebra stripes display to see if we got smoother surface. So let's select those three surfaces. Right click. And let's go with zebra stripes. Now if we look here we have pretty much good surface. It's pretty much smooth, right? Here we use the curvature to face. And here we have tangent, and this is not smooth. So maybe we could try to change this. So let's go to boundary surface again. Let's choose this edge tangent. And let's go curvature to face. Like this. Now let's click OK. And now we see that we've got a smoother surface here. And this is much better than tangency to face in our case. So this is the second advantage of the boundary surface over the lofted surface. We can control the transition between surfaces and we can get higher quality results. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like. I hope it can be a little helpful and useful.